Oh shit. It's been a while. It's been a long while since I've done this. Um, so what have I been doing? Well, I took a little hiatus. I took a break. I took some me time, to sing the songs that I want to sing, play the games that I want to play. Speaking of which, you're seeing one of them, what I've been, occupying the majority of my time with. This is World of Warcraft. I think it's just called Legion. I feel like it should be, it's something else, but I guess it's just Legion. But anyway, yeah, I took a little break. As a month of my birthday, I decided to do some bullshit. Basically, just kind of crawl into a hole, stay there, and not be disturbed. Which really that didn't end up happening, but whatever. uh, like whatever. I ended up taking a break. I'd been doing this fucking channel for almost a year, so, I mean, in case the five of you wondered why I didn't upload anything, it's because I didn't feel like it. I don't do this for money or like kind of a primary job thing. This is all just a hobby. I just do this for fun, so I think I can get away with not uploading things every day. So I recorded this way early into my Legion playthrough. Like I'm level capped now. Here I can't tell what level I am. I don't remember what level I am when I did this, but this was way early. And excuse my user interface and the missing buttons. There's really not that many buttons to press anymore. I think I have way too many slots for abilities that don't end up getting used. So I'm kind of doing this as kind of a update on what's been going on, and kind of like a Legion first impressions type review type thing. Not an official review because it's really hard to review an MMO, especially an MMO you've played for 10 plus years. I think there's not much I can review on that, but so far I've been enjoying Legion. Legion's been good. This is my Demon Hunter. I apologize if all the camera work while playing my Demon Hunter gets you kind of barfy. There's a lot of movement involved when playing one. They're not really a stationary class. You move a whole lot of places. Also, this is a reminder to myself to block out my chat during this video so you can't see what's being typed there. To protect the names and faces of the people that I play with so they don't get harassed or something like that. Even though it would probably be really hard to find them. Although I don't, given the amount of internet detectives are out there, I shouldn't bring that on myself or my friends. But yeah. So Legion First Impressions. For those of you who don't know, this is the latest expansion pack for World of Warcraft. Again, it's been around since fucking forever. It feels like. The last one wasn't so great. I think I played the last one for, I think, just about when it landed, and then I got to cap with I think a couple of characters, and then I stopped because it was boring as fuck. The whole garrison thing was cool at first, but then once you realize that everybody was just hanging out in your garrison, and your garrison did absolutely everything, it kind of killed out the whole world in a game that's called World of Warcraft. So thankfully they've gone away from that. You now have what's called a class hall. So every class has their own kind of base of operations that they share with other players of that class, but you're treated as kind of like the main character, which is cool. How they've kind of boosted your character up from nameless random adventurer to now one of the primary heroes in the entire world. Like I would go into detail with it, but it's just kind of something that you have to see to understand. There was something else I was gonna say, but now I can't remember. I'm sorry, it's late and I'm tired, so I can't remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, I like how they kind of, well, they did that kind of last game too, where they made you like a big important part of a greater story. But oh yeah, I remember the point I was going to. They've kind of built you up to now take the place of the other famous heroes that are usually in the game. The people that actually get, well, I can't say actually get shit done because you do all the shit. They just get all the glory for it. But yeah, they've killed off a bunch of people. Like a bunch of people get murdered like right at the start of this. And even during Legion, a couple of other people get murdered or depowered or just lost and go find themselves. So you kind of get put up on a pedestal finally. That doesn't mean that you're above doing random bullshit like finding 20 bare asses or asses from bears, I should say. You still have to do all of that garbage. I guess there's this kind of a greater emphasis or more importance put onto it, but yeah, you still do that sort of thing. The quest I'm currently on is actually, I should have actually told you from the start, this is some pretty big spoilers here. This is actually a real important quest line that happens during Legion, about, I want to say, 1 or 2 levels in. So I might go back and tell you to, hey, this is spoilerific. This is some serious spoilers here. Maybe you not want to watch this if you plan on playing Legion, or if you are playing Legion and haven't seen this or done this quest line yet. You don't want to see this. But I'm going to spoil it for you now since we've already come this far, and I've already given you your warning, so you can stop now. But during this quest line, or when you get this quest, some kind of star or meteor falls from the sky, and you get sent to go get it, and then you find out it's actually like a relic of the Naru, which is supposed to be like, God, how to describe the Naru? They're not gods, but they're kind of almost like gods. Anyway, the Naru have gathered a bunch of people to kill a bunch of demons. That's all you need to know. They hate demons. They're supposed to be some holier than. Think of it as they're a bunch of space Jesuses, and then you have the Naru. That's basically what they are, at least how they're worshipped anyway. But you find out it's a piece of a Naru, and they send you to take it to Prophet Velen, which is supposed to be kind of like Pope, sorta. You can kind of draw some similarities between him and the Pope. But when you take it to him, a bunch of demons attack his home base called the Exodar, and now you've got to fight to save everybody there and give him this relic. But he's not going to look at it until you help save his people. So that's currently what I'm doing. I'm slaughtering a bunch of demons to his people. I think also I was farming at the time their blood, because I had another quest that requires a whole shitload of demon blood, and it drops one at a fucking time, and I think I needed 100. Which is funny because I was just telling somebody today when I was playing that I think I had to get teeth from like some lions or something, and he's like, bring me 100 teeth, and I'm like, what the fuck? If they have me kill 100 lions to get his 100 teeth, when knowing full well they have a full set of teeth, I'm gonna be pissed. Thankfully I didn't have to do that, and I also got teeth from skinning them, so that was cool. Here they actually did make me kill 100 demons, so I think I took my time in doing this scenario just so I could bone up on demons. Yeah, so it's a pretty important quest line. So some shit happens. I'm not sure what happens with Velen at the end, but he does say some shit that's akin to "fuck you guys, I'm going home," or if we're going South Park methods, it's "screw you guys, I'm going home." So I don't know what's gonna happen with him if he quit, because it's kind of tragic what happens. And you'll get to see it. We'll get to it. And there'll be some game sounds. It'll probably be a little bit muted, so not to kind of overwrite the narration. But you'll get to see it. You'll get to do it. But back on Demon Hunters, I found a special kind of relationship with the Demon Hunter after I tried it. I think it unlocked a week before they let Legion go, so you can kind of try out the class and kind of see what's what. So I've had my Demon Hunter since a week before the expansion launched, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the combat style. I really like how they're based on being constantly moving. There are some talent builds that you can use that where you don't have to move around as much as I do, but since I tend to move around a lot when I fight anyway, just a force of habit from playing too many damn action games. I play New Devil May Cry. It's right up my alley. So I've really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough to start maining the Demon Hunter but I think there's a reason why I did that. I mean, I played a warrior class for, like, I want to say close to, how long has WoW been out? Has it been like 14 years? I feel like it's been like almost 14 years since this game has been out. A majority of those years I was spent being a warrior, and a majority of those I spent being a prot warrior, which wasn't boring. I actually really love tanking, but I think at some point I've just gotten kind of tired of doing the same thing with the class, and since I'm not tanking full time anymore, the DPS aspect of it was kind of not as engaging as tanking was. So I guess I just needed something new to play, a new fresh start. That's not to say I don't love my warrior. It's still probably my favorite character and class, but Especially in Legion, they get a really dope storyline. You basically get sent to Valhalla, which is really awesome. Um, but I guess I just need something different for now. Who knows what if it's just the shininess of having a new class to play, or this becomes a permanent thing. But right now I'm enjoying Demon Hunter. They got a lot of cool abilities. Um, and a pretty cool storyline. Of course, this is the whole expansion class pack is centered on, well, not on them, but them being around. So like they get a whole lot of lore to it. But I mean, a lot of the class halls get a bunch of lore to it. I mean, there's some class halls that I think are boring, more boring than others. I got to try out a sizable amount of them. Also, what Blizzard decided to do before the expansion dropped was they um they released they did an event where the Burning Legion was invading Azeroth, and it would over the course of 3 weeks they kind of sped it up to where it was just like a constant thing. Although I don't know if it was an intended side effect or just a side effect. They were just like, yeah, people are playing the game, so fuck it, just leave it in. Um, you could level up characters incredibly quickly just by doing these invasions. You got an insane amount of experience points just from doing these invasions. So I got challenged to level up a priest and a shaman uh, during these invasions, and I took the shaman. I think I did the shaman first. I want to say I did the shaman first. Anyway, I took the shaman from level 1 to 100 in the span of, I think, like 3 days. That's insane for World of Warcraft. Usually it'll take you like about maybe a week of solid play. Um, it took me 3 days. And it's not like those 3 days, I spent those 3 days entirely at home. I was at work. So concerning my commute and just the general work day, that would be, I want to say, 10 hours of my day I did not get to play. And I still got to take them from 1 to 100 in just a little over 2 days. It's insane how much like if you once you figure out how to get the most out of each invasion, you got an insane amount. So I was able to level up not only a shaman and a priest from fresh, but I also got to level up some of my other characters that were collecting dust, like a monk. Um, who else was collecting dust? I think I had a hunter, a death knight. Basically, I got everybody on my roster set to 100, so I got to do all the class hall shit. So far, my favorite class hall, I want to say, is the Rogue, because you get to be part of like a secret society that's underground in Dalaran. There's all sorts of secret ways to get in and out of there, and I think that's kind of awesome. The most boring one, I'd have to say, would be the priest. The priest was kind of boring. The whole time I was like, oh god, am I done yet? Which kind of sucks because as a shadow priest, you get a weapon that whispers just whispers to you. It's supposed to drive you crazy, but you're not. You're supposed to resist doing the things it tells you to do. I totally don't. I totally follow everything it tells me to do. Um, but other than that, I guess I gotta play it more. But the initial start was just super boring to me. The paladin one was really good. It just sucks that Ret Paladins are fucking terrible right now. They're so boring to play, and the rotation or the priority system of them is super, super, super clunky. So it was, as much as I like the lore and stuff behind Paladins and how you end up in your position that you get to be as a Paladin, as basically the lead Paladin, it's it kind of balances itself out by the class itself being, or at least the class of the aspect of the class that I like being so boring. The Demon Hunter one is alright. It's nothing to write home about, really. I guess because there's not a ton of backstory behind it. I mean, there's a lot of backstory behind Demon Hunters and stuff, but a lot of it's not been told, and it really just centered around one character for a long time. So now that you're getting exposed to it, it just feels kind of warlocky to me. I also didn't do that. I don't have a warlock. I don't. I think the only two classes I don't have now is just no warlock druid, and no, I think that's it. I think everything I have everything else besides those two, and I can't play either one of them because I don't know, man. So certain classes just don't click with you when you play the game. You try them and you're just like, hey, no, this is totally not for me. And that was it. Watching myself play this back, I'm kind of glad don't federally fuck up while doing this, since it's all on paper. Also, I noticed when I was doing this area, every now and again the models for the characters would pop in and out, which was weird. Like they'd be there, and then you just see like their shoulders and their helmet and their weapon, and then they'd be back again. It was really kind of disorienting. But I don't claim to be a very like elite player. I think those days are way behind me since I've got more casual about the game. I used to raid like really hardcore. We're not. I don't want to say really hardcore, but I used to raid a whole lot. So being kind of the pinnacle of play was sort of something that you'd have to do. You know, put a lot of time into it, read up on strategies and stuff like that. I don't do any of that shit anymore. I play super casually now. I'm kind of happy for it. I think I enjoy the game a lot more since I'm not rushing to cap and then rushing to get geared up um, to do all the raids and shit and all that. I can kind of just take my time and stop and take a look around at things, which is what I did a lot in Legion getting here. You saw that fuck up just now, right? What I was trying to do was dash forward and then turn the camera around and then backflip to keep my forward momentum going towards her so I can get there faster, and I just totally fucked it up. I've gotten a lot better at that now since it kind of my the way I have to do damage kind of depends on me moving around a lot. So uh, that was pretty cool, or it's pretty cool now. Speaking of which, when you hit the level cap, this game just vomits quests onto you. Like they hit you with a non-stop stream of quests. You get, I think this is the first game when you hit the cap, or the first Warcraft game where you hit the cap, and then they just have a shit ton of things for you to do. I mean, there's been little things every now and again, but usually when you hit cap in World of Warcraft, hey, look, there's Velen. He's about to take that stupid meteorite thing I brought to him to that I talked about um, down below. Um, anyway, yeah, usually when you hit cap in Warcraft, they just basically like you're basically stuck to like, okay, well, now here's the part where you run a bunch of dungeons by yourself, or not by yourself, but you run a bunch of dungeons, and get some gear, or you PvP and get some gear. You basically just do your own thing and get some gear. Here, they just steer you towards like everything. Like, I swear, like you get 100 extra quests once you get to cap. The game really just starts from there. I guess that's why it's not so hard to level up to level 110, which is a new cap. Um, because they're just like, oh, you thought you was done? You thought you beat the game? Nah, son, you should go here and do this. And then while you're there, you should do that. And then when you get back, you should do this. And then you should go and do that. Like for example, when I hit the cap, it was like, hey, there's a whole new piece of land that's opened up. You should go check that shit out. And then it's like, oh, here's 50 new quests about this place alone. It's like, also there's other quests you should do, like um oh, a big change from the last expansion was profession. So for the uninitiated, in Warcraft, you can choose to learn a profession where you can like kind of like make armor or make weapons or um, make like trinkets. I think Inscription now can make relics which go inside your super weapons that you get in this expansion. Um, and this part reminded me a lot of Mass Effect 2, doing the hallway journey when you're inside the collector base. I love that part. I love the music in that area. Sorry, I get sidetracked. But you learn a profession which you can use to make certain items and stuff like potions and things like that. And Warlords, which was the last expansion, they kind of took a shit on all the professions except for like a few because you basically didn't need anybody's help to get any of that stuff. It took longer to do, but you didn't need their help, and you can only equip a certain amount of stuff. Like if you're making armor, you can only wear like I think 3 armor pieces at a time, which generally makes that super useless. And then you outgrew it like probably about like 2 dungeon runs anyway. So all the professions were shit. Here they got real in depth with professions. The profession gear is awesome, but you don't learn the recipes just by talking to somebody. You have to actually go out into the world and do things for other people, and then they'll teach you that shit. So it's like a whole other quest line just for professions, and it gets really, really involved. It sends you to a whole lot of places. Like right now, there's a part that I'm at where I have to go back into old, outdated content just to get shit. So they're sending me way back just to get some old shit. I think I think there's a couple that sent me into like, oh yeah, there's a couple quests that I got where it sends me into dungeons to get items from things, not just like random enemies either. Like it's like, hey, go there and pick this up and bring this back. I'm like, man, motherfucker, that's in a dungeon, bitch. I can't do that by myself. And then I'm gonna have to wait to do some of those quests. They really want you back out into the world, which I think is a cool kind of philosophy for the game. Hey, look, my helpers have arrived. Yes, my fellow demon hunters. I command these dudes. See, look at that. They were saluting me and everything. They call me the Slayer, which is kind of cool. I think I like that title. I wonder if I can earn that title and just wear that around. I am going to keep my ass whooped here. Probably. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm trying. Um, but yeah, the game's really involved. So first impressions aside, like I said, I know the game is still kind of shiny and new, but so far, I'm really I'm really digging it. I'm not bored at all. Which was my problem with Warlords. I think I hit the level cap and I'm like, hey, I'm bored. This is boring. Um, they haven't even released all the raids and stuff yet, and hopefully I heard since I didn't play like I want to say any of Warlords. I like played the first part, stopped, and then let that motherfucker go. I started doing other things. I was just so fucking bored. um, but I hear that Warlords went through like a year-long drought of them just giving nothing extra to do. So you just had the same shit to do over and over again for an entire year, which is a bad business model for an MMO. You just want to keep, giving your players new things to do. So I think they're gonna fix that problem. They realize that's kind of a big thing. They're gonna fix that. Um, Damn, maybe I should take that ability back. Like I'm watching myself play this. There's one ability I got rid of. It's the little flip thing I did just now. Um, I got rid of that for something else. It's actually even for supposedly a better talent, but it made keeping my momentum by moving around a lot so much easier that maybe I should bring that back. Nah, I kind of like the ability now. I'm yawning. I should probably wrap this up soon. I gotta go back to work this week. I took like a week long vacation from work. I needed it. Like seriously, I desperately needed a week off. I started a new job last year and I hadn't taken a vacation from it since last year. So yeah, when your bosses are telling you that it's time to take a break, that's when you really got to take a break. So I took a vacation. I had some nice days of sleeping in, which was cool, and just lounging around, which was extra cool. Um, I think that's if I were ever to hit it rich or be famous for whatever reason, I think that's what I would want to do. I wouldn't. A lot of people want to travel and do all sorts of other things. Not me. I just want to sit down and not do much of anything. Which I know some people would find boring, but me, I think that would be the shit. Just to have all of your own time. It's all of your own free time. You can do what you want. You can choose not to do anything, and I would definitely choose not to do anything at all. But I got to go back to reality this week and go back to work. It's almost kind of depressing to think about. Tomorrow's my last day of freedom before I surrendered 10 hours of my day to my job. Ugh. Oh, I just kind of made myself sad. I bet you can hear it in my voice that I made myself sad. But anyway, that's an update of where I've been. Like I said, I took a small hiatus. I'll be back. We'll play some scary shit and some other shit and some XCOM shit. I haven't forgotten about XCOM. I know exactly where I'm at. And if I don't, I can just rewatch the last video I did and pick up where I left off. Um, so we're back to our regularly scheduled program. So the two or three of you that have actually missed videos, don't panic. There's plenty of things left for me to do. I just haven't been I guess I haven't been motivated on my vacation to do it since it's like, oh man, look at all this free time, I can do what I want. I don't feel like doing that, so I'm not going to. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little update, this little look at Legion. Um, yeah, I killed his son. uh, I want to speak on this point, but there's not enough time, and I'm sleepy. But it was kind of awesome how this all played out. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye.